So here we are at the Coral Castle. This is the only modern megalithic site in the world, built single-handedly by a little Latvian man named Ed Leedskalnin. He was only 100 pounds. He was a stonemason from Latvia. He got stood up at his wedding by a woman named Agnes, who was his sweet 16, and the whole Coral Castle was built in the memory of Agnes. Of course, this was also Ed's home. He would also give tours for 25 cents. But what's so remarkable are the size of these stones. This is truly a megalithic site. Look at this. This is one single slab of stone. And on the other side, you can see that it is the planet Saturn. He also has some crescent moon shapes, as well as other celestial bodies, and including this megalithic stone here. That is a sighting to Polaris, the North Star, and there's a small little opening that you can see through both stones that was a marker to Polaris. Now that slab alone, that's the third largest in the park, and it's about 27 tons. The biggest stone is right here, this single slab, which is 30 tons in size. And he put a Masonic cross on the top of it. It's the 30-ton stone that he single-handedly moved. This whole wall is 3 slabs, and he was able to get even larger, some megalithic stones on top. And here is one of the 3 quarries in the park, and it was buried by Ed with a rocking chair in it. Presumably, maybe that's where he wanted to be buried. Really fascinating site. Recommend everybody try to come to Coral Castle in Homestead, Florida.
Back there, made out of old car parts. Let people come up there for pictures. Go online, see anything from children to supermodels up there on the crescent. Unfortunately, today it's not available for photos. Then the final crescent there, not the moon. It is called the Eastern Star, the crescent of the East, a reference to the planet Venus, as well as the women's division of the Masonic Order. And then we get it, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Yeah, otherwise it would spin totally out of control. Now Ed set this up in the mid to late 30s while he was building the rest of the castle. It worked for close to 50 years, including 30 years after Ed died. In 86 though, the 9-ton gate eventually rusted shut. A team of 6 engineers came into the castle. With a 20-ton crane, they took the top piece off, gave it a new bearing and axle going down, and put the top piece back on. The media was standing where you guys are at right now. On the first try, they pushed the door. Now, if they disobeyed Ed, they'd have to go around the back, stick their head into the hole here, get down on their knees. Then Ed is going to sit on that rock there and talk to them for an hour about everything they did wrong, and why it was wrong, and why they had to reform their ways. And you see that taller hole there? According to Ed, that was for the wife, and perhaps that right there is why Ed died a single man.
Where are you going? What's your name? Peggy. Peggy! All right. 2 hands right here and push in a circle. We're going to show everybody how strong you are. Go ahead. Push.
Some of Ed's tools, but the black box is conspicuously absent. And that was supposed to be what he used to lift the heavy stones. Also absent are the wands that some of the kids who spied on him saw him using to move the box. And here he is, Ed Leedskalnin, 5 foot tall, 100 pounds. This is actual size. He's a little guy, huh? I'm a big guy. This is in his home on the first floor.
To an irregular 1936 unoriginal equipment. The final, since you're closer, can you realize that is black on top?
Here is his living quarters. Very Spartan.
From 1936.
Bed, rocking chair, all within a megalithic structure. Built single-handedly by one little Latvian guy. What's his name? Ed L. on the door. This is the entire
You're standing on
complex.
the
Coral
foundation,
Castle.
people. The foundation of the Florida Peninsula is this stone.
Only modern
Just poured it from
megalithic
the
site
ground. I'm
in
going to show
the
you the
world.
quarry later. Everybody works. 5 minutes per thumb exactly. I want you all to check that out with me, starting from 9 o'clock to 9:30. 5 minutes, count with me. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. And did you see that?
Yeah.
You can say it, I'll allow it.
Wow.
Thank you. When the sun is out, these two metal pieces cast a shadow over the sandal. Can you all see the shadow inside the bowl? My fingers are moving right there for you to see. Can you all see it? Yeah. Okay. The shadow goes horizontally throughout the day, telling you time. The shadow also goes vertically, up and down throughout the year to tell you the month. The short piece is for time. It is that precise. And the long one is for the month. So let's tell time first, shall we? Remember what I said, 9, 9:30, 10. Let's go over there. We have 12, and that's 12:30. But it's right here. By 5 minutes, it should be about 12:10. Who has the time? Bravo, Edward! Now, I'm not done. It is at this level because right now we are in January. Let me explain.
These chairs used to originally rock. This is the state of Florida table with Okeechobee in the punch bowl where Ed used to serve punch to the guests. These chairs no longer rock. They're worried about people's toes getting crushed. This chair does still rock. Only Ed and Billy Idol, who filmed the video here, Sweet 16, could rock it. There's the sundial. And this was a round stone that also used to turn. And this is a 7-ton gate that also used to move at the touch of a child. Even the wind could blow it open, but it seized up because of some metal got rusted. This is a megalithic wall on the outside of Coral Castle, which you can walk around. Didn't go completely around, but this is on the outside. 3 acres that he got, and he developed the 1 acre with the megalithic structures. He originally bought 10 acres when he heard that Highway 1 was going to go through here. He sold that land back to the state where that road is and tripled his money back, which he was able to use to build the Coral Castle. What a fascinating site. This is one of the most original and weirdest places in Florida. Just outside of Miami in Homestead, Florida.